This storied house has seen some of the game's greats. Boz, Bradford, Peterson, and Stoops. Welcome, everyone, to Norman, Oklahoma, and the Palace on the Prairie, home to the Oklahoma Sooners. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will get the first crack at it here. And as the game evolves into an aerial circus, sometimes you find a superstar running back like this guy.
And when you got this guy, you ride this guy. You give him the ball, you run the football, you find ways to continue to feed him because he just gets stronger and better as the game goes on.
The offense set for a first down play. Trying to get the edge with the jet sweep. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Coming after it. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. One matchup to watch in this one is how well do the backers tackle in space, David?
Yeah, you've got to have great linebackers to get this guy on the ground, and they've got it. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, a lot of head-to-head battles, linebacker versus running back.
Yeah, tackling him in space, but also covering him out of the backfield. These two dudes are going to be shadowing each other all game long.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking left. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
He'll pull it down and run. At the 20, he's got space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
It's a phenomenal effort on 3rd down by the QB, but how about the blocking? When that play broke down, look at the receivers running routes. They all of a sudden turned around, and they went and got some blocks to help out their QB. You got to love it.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
In college football, you see this a ton now, and you use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
The inside handoff.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
On second down, looking again to throw. Gets it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
Looking to throw for it. How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down?
Well, that play was designed for that down and distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to pick up the first. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation of what play to dial up.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And after having a nice gain like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Got his man on the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender there, closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Looking to scramble. He'll try to do it himself. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. 8th play of the drive coming up. They'll run play action. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. And it's right down the boulevard. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. They go to the ground. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Power football with the run. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
Well, that didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, the short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. He's right on target. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
They're bringing... And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped them.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Just sledgehammering his...
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. That's caught. It's Sanchez. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. He's looking to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year. Things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Quick pass on the jet motion. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
And the Sooners are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
The best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes a diving catch along the left sideline. Just rip off Hugh. Christian, Kirk, Mike, Evans, so many guys over the years have done it well for the Aggies.
The explosive playmakers that you see on Sundays making big plays, and that's what you want to find. And you got them in the state of Texas. You got these guys that can run, that are highly recruited. You got access to them. Go find them, plug them in the game, and this is what happens. Great things.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. They're working that left side. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
1st and goal for the offense. Slams ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
That's a play the quarterback just has to get his feet set and then step into his throw. That's a big target he's throwing to. He shouldn't have missed that pass, but he did because he was throwing off his back leg.
And the returner will be dragged down. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And they got him for the sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes the catch at the 30. Smashes through the tackle. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one, and David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Gets it out fast. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Safe completion on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeds.
And the Aggies are on the move. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He's got him in the flat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Spits it out to the back. Tosses it incomplete.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target. They're just not on the same page.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw it again. The short hands. It's Buck. And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. A&M comes back out with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Buck.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feet. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Buck. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. They're going back to the ground.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Texas A&M going quickly. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Rolls it in. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's an easy pitch and catch for the offense.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. It's complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. It's complete to the left. They get him down after he makes the catch. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Yeah, a nice play by the defense. 3rd and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Ready to go here in the 2nd half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
The give to the tailback. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the 2nd half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Kept it, and he's past the marker. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch them because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Might as well stick with him. Worked it down to the 22-yard line, give him 5 on the carry.
It's the MO of this offense. They really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Runs through the tackle. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggies! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And the offense continues to run the football. A second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 10 over UTSA. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations. It really makes you very predictable.
Off the play fake. They're trying to get to him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Unloads to the wideout. Fires the pass, intercepted. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little... He's got the first down. He now has 79 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the pummeling has started.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it.
From the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Four punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
The Sooners will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Finds his man down the middle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Quarterback keeper. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Aggie. And the beatdown has ensued.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field, throw me the football, I got the speed, I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Defense looks as if it's coming. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Out of the gun to give to the back. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
6th play of the drive coming up. Now the play fake. Fires one high and deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. They'll leave it with him. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2.
Now, a 4th down.
No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for him.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Big third down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. He's going to run it. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Third down, I got this. I'll take this myself. He makes the read quickly. He calls his number. He has confidence in himself. Goes and gets the first down.
It'll be a draw. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. The give on the counter. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here comes the option. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to go option. They're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Handoff to the single back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over, looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Skips away from pressure. He's going to take off. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Sooners have this offense rolling. He's going to pass. The throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Here's the handoff. And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll go right back to him. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners! This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't. And we keep running them and keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Dragged down to the turf, but the first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
To the ground with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
This offense has a second down play. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
So that